Hey Heather, this is Daniel Bug with Digital Vortex Media, and we're a marketing agency. I happen to be doing some research in your area, and I came across your website, and I figured I'd shoot this quick video on 3 things you can do today to start beating your competition online. I don't want to waste your time, and I don't want to waste mine either, so if by the end of this video you'd like to know more about how Digital Vortex Media can help grow your business online, give me a call and we can chat. If not, no harm, no foul. Take the tips I've given you and put them into action yourself. All I ask is that you give me some feedback on the video if you don't mind. So let's get into it. The 3 things that I want to talk about today are content, citations, and backlinks. First thing, content. That's basically anything that you see on the front page, including pictures, what's behind the pictures, and what the pictures are saved as. So a good example of that is right here. Say the image and its new resident roof, things like that. So a good rule of thumb here is to save the pictures as keywords. So Jordan Roofing, or even the location that this roof was done, because I know y'all do multiple locations, so something like that. Roofing, 7 Points, Corsicana, something like that. That would help add more keywords to your website. So Google likes for a page to have around 1,500 words of content to be optimized for Google search. And the key thing there is making sure you have enough unique, relevant, high quality content on the homepage to add in those keywords and key phrases that people are searching for that specific service, within that area, in order to help you guys get found on Google. Y'all have about 500 words overall without this right here, without your reviews. Reviews are kind of a gray area. It's there, but it's not necessarily considered content as far as like informing the readers or people that go to your website what you do and things like that, like your service offerings. Overall though, it's a very nice looking website. I just recommend optimizing the images like I mentioned earlier, and just adding more content to that page. So the next thing that I want to show you is citations. But before I do that, I want to kind of go over the Google search real quick. So here I searched roofing 7 Points, Texas. And so this right here are your sponsored ads. These are kind of a hit or miss because people may have ad blockers on the web page, so ads may not show up for certain people. And then this is your Google Map pack right here with the Google search, and below that, everything else below that is organic search results. So you're first in the Google Maps for 7 Points, which is great because that's kind of your headquarters, your main location, and you are also first with the organic traffic, which is also great. However, I know that y'all service multiple areas. So we want to target those as well and make sure that you're in the top spots for those areas. So I pulled up a few tabs for you just to kind of look at. So the first one is roofing Waxahachie, Texas, which Vera Roofing and Construction is in the #1 spot for Google Maps. And I use them as reference for citations, which I'll get to next. And then Mint Exteriors is #1 for Waxahachie with organic search. And the reason I used this location to do the comparison, which I'll kind of show you a little bit later, but the reason I used them to do the comparison is because they're the closest to like that DFW area. So I know that you service, you have Dallas, Fort Worth, and things like that. But if we can start tackling some of those small cities around it and spread out into Dallas, it'll be a lot easier to rank for like Dallas, Fort Worth, and some of those examples as well. But yeah, so that's Waxahachie, and then Corsicana. I looked up the same thing. You're not really in the top results, unfortunately, for Corsicana either for the maps or organic search. Same with Tyler, Texas, and Athens, Texas. I did Athens, Texas, I guess, because it's a personal. I actually passed one of your billboards on the way to my mom's house. She lives in Athens. I passed one off of I think 31 right outside of Athens, and then the 7 Points coming from Dallas to her house in Athens. So that's kind of how I found y'all guys. It was pretty cool. But yeah, so essentially we want to get y'all ranked in, all of the service areas that you have listed on your website, and then kind of expand or, do whatever your plan is from there. But so the next thing that I want to go over is citations. So as I mentioned, this is your Google map. Google ranks these by the number of citations that you have, and you get citations by listing your name, address, and phone number in directories such as Facebook, Yelp, BBB, and so forth. So this is actually your company, Jordan Roofing, and the main location 7 Points. And this is, y'all have about 12 citations, and these are the citations that y'all are using. So this is what's allowing you to be number one in 7 Points. Now, if we go over to Waxahachie with the Vera Roofing and Construction, they have about 34 citations. And the reason I'm showing you them is because we know exactly what we need to beat them into that number one spot. So we already know what citations they're using that y'all may not be using, things like that. And a good rule of thumb is to have about 200 to 300 citations to beat your competition, just in general. And with Google Maps, I know y'all service a lot of areas. I think they limit it to about a 2.5 hour drive, and I know all these cities are within 2.5 hours. So that'll be no issue. We can get those citations for different locations and things like that, trying to get you ranked to the top for the Google Map search. Lastly, I want to go over backlinks. So with backlinks, simply put it works like this. Site A is pointing to Site B. Therefore, Site A is acting like link juice, which gives Site B more authority in Google's eyes. It's almost like a popularity contest. But there's more to it than that. The link juice or backlink that you attain works a lot more effective when you have relative sites linking back to you. For example, if you have a relevant site linking to you from, top 10 roofers, in whatever area, 7 Points, Waxahachie, something like that, that holds more authority. That'd be more effective than like a Pizza Hut linking to you or something like that, because your business is not in the pizza industry. So Google takes that into account as well when looking at backlinks. So y'all overall have about 19 keywords, and this is monthly volume. So 19 keywords, about 16 clicks of traffic per month, 19 referring domains, and 81 backlinks. So here we can kind of see what backlinks y'all are using. 12 best roofers, of course, in Canada. That's like a perfect backlinking. We want more like that. Things like that from roofing contractors. And then I pulled up Mint Exteriors as well, which is your number one competitor. And they have about 320 keywords. They're getting a lot more traffic, 48 referring domains, and 179 backlinks. So when we look at their backlinks, kind of the same thing. Similar to what y'all have, but we know what backlinks they're using, so we can actually go after those same backlinks. It kind of just depends on what services you offer as well, if it makes sense, but we can definitely handpick those backlinks and have relevant backlinks that point to your business. In closing, content, you need about at least 1,500 words of content on the home page. Citations, you want to have 200 to 300 to beat your competition by a landslide. And link juice, you need more relevant sites pointing to you guys to show Google that you are the authority. And if you implement those things today, you can be number one across Google. You can either go with this information that I provided you today and do this on your own, and I'm totally cool with that. However, if you want the most effective route and want to save yourself the time, you can give me a call at 254-669-1392. Once again, my name is Daniel Bug, and I look forward to hearing from you. Have a great one.